Bryn Mawr Film Institute. You betrayed me.
You did it. You finally hurt us.
I trusted you! I trusted you, Bryn Mawr Film Institute!
We gave you our hearts.
Ah!
And you just stabbed it! Right in the heart!
I don't blame you, Bryn Mawr. I said that out of anger. You didn't make this movie. You didn't make it. I didn't make it. I didn't make the movie. What do we see?
Nocturnal Animals.
Starring Amy Adams.
And Jacob Gyllenhaal.
And Michael Shannon.
And Aaron Taylor Johnson.
This is why you don't tell a fashion designer that he can direct, because he made one good movie.
Which one was that?
A Single Man. I haven't seen it, but I hear wonderful things.
I haven't seen it either.
It's... Bitch?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we saw Nocturnal Animals, directed by Tom Ford, who is a fashion designer, not even a director. I mean, technically he's a director because he's made 2 movies.
Yeah.
But the problem, you could tell this was made by a fashion designer. Too much effort was put into the clothes and not the story or how to tell the story. Granted, it is based on a book.
So it was basically given to him.
Yeah.
Just on a silver platter. We just don't know what happened.
I don't know if the book's
from the kitchen to the table is the thing.
Now, the entire thing is about this artist.
I knew that I was in for a treat from the first 2 to 3 minutes of this movie. Just the opening credits alone. If you guys do watch this, not saying you should, I'm just saying if you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know. And at the very least, I can say that this movie was interesting. That's to say the best.
The story is about this artist who has insomnia. Her ex-husband sends her the manuscript for a book, and she reads it. And the thing in the book is the most interesting part of the entire movie.
I think the most interesting part about this was Michael Shannon.
Yes. Michael Shannon was fantastic, as always. He's the most intense human being.
Yes.
And makes me scared for any actor in a scene with him.
Yeah.
I fear for their life. But yeah, this whole thing just... How do I put into words how... I don't even know how to phrase how I felt about this movie. It's just... It insisted on itself, to quote Family Guy about The Godfather. It insisted on itself. It thought it was more clever than it was. It thought it was more intense than it was. It thought it was more original than it was, and it was none of those things. None of those things.
That's everything I wanted to say, but didn't know how to. Even for me, some of the acting wasn't like on par with how
Amy Adams was very flat. Amy Adams is usually fantastic.
As Arrival,
for
what I saw of it,
The Master, pretty much every movie she's in, she's great. I felt like she didn't want to be in this.
Even Jake Gyllenhaal was kind of like, there was parts where he was intense, where he was just like screaming.
He was intense in a way that high school students are intense in their school plays. Like, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal. I love Jake. He's a great actor.
I love.
He loves Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a great actor, but he was.
He wasn't on
he
par
hit the
as
notes,
he usually is.
He hit the notes, but forced.
Yeah.
Very forced.
But that's how this movie was. Everything felt like it was forced.
Aaron Taylor Johnson
was actually pretty good for what it...
He was pretty good for what it was.
Corey would say. It's pretty good for what it was.
Pretty good for what it was. But the character was very cartoonish.
Yes.
In a way.
Yes.
Like if cartoons raped people.
You know, they do sometimes. Depends on what cartoon.
And that joke right there is better than anything that happened in this movie. It's just... I really wanted to like it. Like, I legitimately wanted to like it.
Mike, I trust you. But at this point, let's stop kidding ourselves and just rate it.
Can you explain the rating system?
I don't remember how it goes.
Oh, fine, I'll do it. We have skip it. We have a new rating system. You know, it's 4 parts instead of a scale of 10 or 5. This is just to make it seem less cynical, even though it. We have Skip It, which is skip that mofo. Stream It, which means don't pay any more extra money. Netflix, Hulu, all that. If it's on there, watch it. If it's on TV, watch it. Whatever, you don't lose anything.
Yeah.
Rent It, which means it's worth a couple bucks. Redbox fees, Blockbuster if you're lucky enough to be near one.
Yeah.
And then See It's worth the ticket price. I'm gonna let you go first because I'm curious and I don't want my rating to influence you at all.
Part of me wants to say, stream it. Part of me, but then there's a huge chunk of me that just wants to say skip it. So I feel like I'm just gonna say skip it, to be honest.
I'm gonna say skip it too, just out of
like, if there's absolutely nothing on Netflix
watch
for some
the
reason.
reboot of Ghostbusters before this.
Yeah.
Watch Lights Out before this.
Yeah.
If you remember, I gave Lights Out a 0.
But those are both more compelling movies than this movie really was.
I wanted to like it so much.
Well, yeah, me too.
The trailer was so good.
The trailer was really good.
You deceived me, trailer.
Bryn Mawr, you better redeem yourself.
It's not Bryn Mawr's fault. They didn't make it. They just showed it.
You better redeem our eyes. Well,
skip it.
Skip it. Yeah.
What's over there, Glenn?
Over here is gonna be last week's review, which was for Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of 17.
Edge of 17.
Where she lives, dies, and repeats.
In high school.
In high school, yeah.
Over there is going to be last Thursday's video, which was unconventional Christmas movies. That's a good video.
That is a good video.
You guys should check it out.
I've seen it already. It's pretty damn good.
I did it, so I saw it multiple times.
Yeah.
Down
Below our
that.
face is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us on that.
This thing that I just did, that's a thumbs up.
That's a thumbs up.
There's also a thumbs down and a subscribe button. Those things are crazy. It lets us know what you guys think of us. And if you're tuned in to what we do, you probably really do. Especially after this, if you like the movie, we hate you too.
If you like it, I legitimately want to know what your thoughts are. So put them in the comments section. Because if you did like it, I want to know why. I want to know your thoughts. You're allowed to disagree with us. I just want to know why. Put your thoughts into words. And let's have a discussion about it. I will tell you everything I hated about it, which is everything essentially except for Michael Shannon. And the music was pretty good.
I actually fell asleep during this movie a little bit.
Because of Amy Adams.
For 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It's now called the Amy Adams curse. Thank you, Amy Adams.
Amy Adams, I'll never fall asleep during your movies. Call me.
I'll fall asleep on you, so...